Yeah, Davey Johnson, we lost a good one.
Yeah, let's just talk about this. He passed away at the age of 82. He had really backed away from the scene in baseball after his last managerial job. He managed 5 teams. He won 1,372 games over the course of his career, which is that puts him inside the top 10 in all-time wins. Best job, 6 years with the New York Mets. 595 wins in the course of his career with just the New York Mets. Obviously managed the Orioles to great success. Was in Cincinnati, was in Washington, and did a tour of duty with the Dodgers during some of the tough ownership times there. I think the most unique job that he did, think about this. He managed a group of young guys with the New York Mets. Young guys running the streets. New York, Big Apple, Strawberry, Gooden, Dykstra. Wow. Always in trouble. Keith Hernandez, Sid Fernandez, Ron Darling, Gary Carter. I mean, there were some really unique personalities, and a whole pile of those guys had problems off the field. Davey Johnson's response was, if you do baseball in my clubhouse and on my field the way I want you to do baseball, I don't worry about anything else you're doing when you're not doing baseball. That's how he operated. And he had a really good run with the New York Mets. I asked an agent over the weekend, give me a description of Davey Johnson. And the agent's response was, my clubhouse. He got himself fired from jobs because he told the general managers, stay out of my clubhouse. He had a bond with players, which was really unique. The other thing was he did analytics before anybody did analytics. He devised a computerized system very early in the day of baseball of analyzing starting lineups. He never let on how it worked, etc. But I was told by an agent that he was forward thinking in an old school style of baseball. He was analytics before there was analytics. So interesting gentleman, passed away at the age of 82. I mean, renowned in New York, obviously highly, highly respected with the Baltimore Orioles, but he was his own man. My clubhouse. That's what got him fired from the New York Mets job finally, despite all that great success, is he told that general manager, this is my clubhouse. You're not coming in my clubhouse dealing with my players. So interesting personality.
Yeah, I think a lot of baseball fans think of that 86 Mets team and all the drama that went around with that championship run. But I have kind of a weird connection with Davey Johnson because I remember as a kid, I had his baseball card.
Sure.
And he, at the time, was playing for the Braves.
He had 43 home runs one year.
That's it. Yeah. See, and I remember, like, when the baseball card shows all the stats, and there's usually like a 2-sentence blurb about like a bio comment about them. And it was, he was one of the only team that had 3 guys that hit more than 40 home runs in a season.
Wow.
And it was Hank Aaron, Davey Johnson, and Darrell Evans. And what made that stick for me is that eventually, I was a Giants fan as a kid, and Darrell Evans came to play for the Giants. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy with Hank Aaron and Davey Johnson. And so that was always who I thought of Davey Johnson. Then he has the great run as a manager. But yeah, he's in his 80s, really. So,
Davey Johnson credited Hank Aaron with adjusting his swing to put more power in his stroke. And that's how he hit 43 home runs that season. He'd never done it before, really never ever did it again.
Okay. Yeah, right on. That's a good teammate to have.
Yeah, very much so. Mm-hmm. That's all things baseball. So baseball this week is talking, mourning, and remembering Davey Johnson. Very unique personality.